edition of English News. I'm Kate Mary. First, the top headlines. 286th Puya Mai Thaba commemoration underway at Thau Ground presently. Now the news in detail. The 286th Puya Mai Thaba commemoration organized by the International Observance Committee on Puya Mai Thaba is presently underway at Thau Ground at Thangmaiban. King Leshemba Sana Jauba flagged off a procession from Thau Ground to Kangla Utra. A large number of people from the hills and the valley took part in the procession. After the procession reached Kangla Utra, King Leshemba Sana Jauba led the gathering in offering tributes to those maichos and forefathers who had left for the heavenly abode long ago. Leshemba Sana Jauba carried out the symbolic gesture of calling the spirit of the holy books Puyas. Speaking on the occasion, King Leshemba Sana Jauba said, "We ought not to forget Sida Bamapu, those 7 maichos who dared not speak up against the policies of the erstwhile king and the elders of the then period. May not those undesirable incidents not happen ever again," wished King Leshemba Sana Jauba. Later, the mass gathering paid homage to the departed souls of the Mainos by standing in silence for 2 minutes. The gathering also shouted various slogans. The International Observance Committee on Puya Mai Thaba ICOP today organized the commemoration ceremony of Puya Mai Thaba at Thau Ground. Many eminent male and female singers participated in the ceremony. As these news go on air, the ceremony is currently underway. Since Porompat water supply has stopped distributing water to the consumers under its jurisdiction, people are facing immense hardship. The water distribution was stopped as the water supply plant cannot get appropriate voltage to draw water and supply it. People of the areas have appealed to the authority concerned to look into the matter. The 18th Local Conference of Lilong Local Council Communist Party of India was held at the house of Shahabuddin today. Secretary of CPI Dr. M. Nara, former Secretary B.B. Sharma, Member of State Secretariat Lala, State Executive Member Dr. Badaruddin attended the conference. Various demands of the constituency were discussed at the conference. A general conference to discuss the various demands of the VDF personnel of Manipur was held at the Irabad Bhavan complex today. The general conference was organized by All Manipur VDF Welfare Association. President of All Manipur Working Journalist Union Wangkemsa Shemjai, advisor cum chairman of the association N. Shanta, Secretary of Trade Union L. Sotin Kumar, Secretary of Senior Citizen Society Manipur L. Sadananda, Secretary of All Manipur Road Transport and Drivers and Motor Workers Union L. Kulamani attended the conference as the main guest. L. Sotin Kumar said the general conference was organized as the state government has not fulfilled various demands of about 10,500 VDF personnel from all parts of Manipur so far. In this regard, a memorandum had been submitted to the Governor of Manipur and the Chief Minister in December last. The demands include raising the monthly honorarium of the VDF personnel, to open a separate battalion for the VDF personnel, etc. He further said that if a man cannot get at least 15,000 rupees a month, he cannot maintain his family. Under these circumstances, how can a VDF personnel who gets only 4,000 or 5,000 rupees a month maintain his family? He asked, and appealed to the government to increase the honorarium of the VDF personnel.
오직 सरकार 양세나 스테이트 सरकार 오이게 센터의 सरकार 오이게 모이니 마루이나 그 레벨 신부 눅시는다고 수리 노이고 강부 신부 루를 넘다고 하이젠 너기 와니 라야 너기 와부터 간다 저거 현장 바이오메암 지식이 소아트다 부탁게 한바 어디 프로그램에 안내요.
Now some national and international news. The Vice Chairman of the newly created Niti Aayog, noted economist Arvind Panagaria, took charge today. The Niti Aayog CEO Sindhu Sri Khular and other senior officials briefed the Vice Chairman about the newly created body. Panagaria is expected to call on Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is the chairman of the Aayog, later in the day. U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry today said terror groups like Lashkar-e-Taiba, Taliban and Haqqani network continue to pose a threat not just to Pakistan and its neighbors, but also to America and the world. We all have a responsibility to ensure that these extremists are no longer able to secure a foothold in this country or elsewhere, Kerry said at a joint press conference with Sartaj Aziz, Pakistan Prime Minister's advisor on foreign affairs. The United States of America advised both the countries to leave the past behind and move ahead in resolving their issues amicably. Praising them for their efforts in the fight against terrorism, Kerry said that Pakistan has made it clear that they intend to target terrorists. Kerry added that he was deeply concerned by recent violence on the Jammu and Kashmir border. United Nations Chief Ban Ki-moon has accused India of fomenting intolerance with its ban on gay sex amid uproar over a Goa minister's plans for centers to make homosexuals normal. Speaking in New Delhi, the UN chief referred to India's colonial era law banning gay sex and said he staunchly opposed the criminalization of homosexuality. He said in a statement, "I am proud to stand for the equality of all people, including those who are lesbian, gay, bisexual and transgender. I speak out because laws criminalizing consensual adult same-sex relationships violate basic rights to privacy and to freedom from discrimination. Even if they are not enforced, these laws breed intolerance." India's white marvel, the Taj Mahal, acquiring yellowish hues, has prompted authorities in Agra to ban burning of cow dung cakes for cooking near the 17th century monument. The Agra district administration is also planning to ban use of coal by small industrial units making bangles and famous local sweet petha to protect the monument of love. Congress Working Committee CWC meeting is underway at the party headquarters in New Delhi to discuss the current political situation and party's future strategy. Congress President Sonia Gandhi, Vice President Rahul Gandhi, former Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, among other senior leaders are present in the meeting. The CWC, the highest decision-making body of the party, is likely to deliberate on the roadmap to revamp Congress in the wake of its debacle in the Lok Sabha and recently held assembly polls. The meeting is significant amid reports that the Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi may be elevated as party chief. The working committee is also expected to come out with an action plan to take on the NDA government on issues like bringing ordinance to amend Land Acquisition Act. This week's edition of French satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo will show a cartoon depicting the Prophet Muhammad holding a Je suis Charlie sign. Above the cartoons are the words, "All is forgiven." This comes after Islamist gunmen last week raided the magazine's Paris office, killing 12 people. Meanwhile, French MPs will gather for the first time since the attack. In Israel, the funerals will be held for 4 Jewish victims of a separate Paris shooting by an Islamist gunman. A total of 17 people were killed in 3 days of terror attacks in the French capital last week. About 10,000 troops are being deployed across France after the attacks, and a huge unity rally was held in Paris on Sunday. The slogan in French, Jaswi Charlie, I am Charlie was widely used following the 7 January attack on the magazine as people sought to show their support. Al-Qaeda in the Islamic Maghreb, the terror group's North Africa branch, has issued a warning to France after the country's spat of terror attacks over the past week. France pays the cost of its violence on Muslim countries and the violation of their sanctity, Akim said in a statement published on jihadist websites. As long as its soldiers occupy countries such as Mali and Central Africa and bombard our people in Syria and Iraq, and as long as its lay media continues to undermine our Prophet Muhammad, France will expose itself to the worst and more, Al-Qaeda published. And now a quick recap of the top stories once again. 286th Puya Maithaba commemoration underway at Thao ground presently. Well, that's all we have for the moment. News and updates continue. Stay tuned and keep watching.